What does this button do? Oh, hi! Hello. How are ya? Look at this. Look at us. We are here. We are here already. Welcome, welcome. Welcome back, my friends, to the show that may stop, but it never truly ends. The Troubadork live stream non-commute show. Today's theme, very clear. Because, well, let's be honest about this. At the day job, we are having renovations, and they are in the process of stripping out carpet tiles and carpeting from a couple of large conference rooms. And the product they're using for this stripping out of, hey, Teppo! For this, was really beating the heck out of my sinuses. My allergies were really reacting badly to it. So on Thursday night, I took a Friday morning, Thursday morning, I took a decongestant. You see exactly where I am right now. So decongestants are wonderful because they allow you to breathe clearly. Thinking clearly, not so much. So, yeah, the theme of today's show is I Cannot Brane. I will give you a little update. The wedding, the reception that I did, went off well. It was well received. It turned out to be Darren and Christina, two people I have met. Yes, it is really amazing how obnoxious that stuff was. Darren and Christina, who I met, by the way, in the most Renaissance Festival manner possible. We were walking through the parking lot to go into the gate at the Scarborough Renaissance Festival, and they were hanging out in the back of their truck. As many Rennies do in Texas, they tailgate, they get ready, they relax. They don't have to actually be there on schedule; they're on their own time. And they saw me carrying this, and I played them "Friend from Fair," and I warned them. This is a song that causes people to pass beverage through their nose, and the lovely Christina basically snarfed her beverage a record-setting 5 times during that performance. And apparently I made an impression because they then asked, years passed and they asked me to play their wedding reception. So that was really hilarious. YouTube should have it soon. It should be streaming to YouTube as well. I don't know. The technical thing is always weird. There's always something wacky going on with this stuff. Oh, what do I got? YouTubes. Show me my channel. And yeah, it says it's on. Right now, as a matter of fact. 2 people on YouTube's are watching. So, it's there. It's just, I'm not sure why it's not showing for you, Teppo. Now it popped up, see? That's what we call an observer syndrome technical support issue. Just the mere presence of the technician looking at it causes it to work properly. So, anyway, let's go straight into the first song, which is in fact entitled I Cannot Brane. I wrote this song during the pandemic lockdown here in the US because I had been trying to come up with yet another song. This was during the initial burst of enthusiasm that I had for this whole thing. And I had written some, and then I actually gone into work and got sent home because somebody else had been exposed to COVID. And this is before the vaccines, and so I had to stay home for 2 weeks, and I came back, and then I had to. I went back, and I immediately was exposed to somebody else, and another 2 weeks. Like, I can't. I'm so frustrated. Can't even write. I'm not even creative anymore. And Amy said, "Why don't you just write a song about not being able to write a song?" And I thought, well, she has a point. So I proceeded to write the following song, and it is a blues tune, it's almost a blues tune, but it plays makes extensive use of 7 chords. I cannot brain my word bad. I cannot brain my feel sad. I cannot brain the word stick. They bundle in my face, come out too thick. I cannot brain. No, can't even rhyme at this point. I cannot brain word bad, song weird, out of joint. I cannot brain a word bad. I cannot think my heart sad. I cannot brain the word wrong, the chord bad, screw up song. I feel glad. I cannot brain my word bad. I cannot think my feel sad. I cannot brain my heart sick. Words up in my head come out too thick. B-Brain used the good word real good once. And that was about where I was with all of the, even today, with all of the decongestant nonsense having probably pushed out of my brain. I didn't sleep real well, so I cannot brain is, and I actually caused a couple of people to injure themselves playing that. And that is a song that I did post the beginning lyrics to on the book face. And people said, I can hear that. And I thought I had posted that demo to SoundCloud. Apparently I hadn't, so I posted it today because I found it again. So it's out there now, soundcloud.com/Matthew-Laguerre, for all of your adequacy needs when I'm not here. So yeah. Whew, let's talk about it, man. I am still recovering. I figure that by the time I get back to work on Monday, they should be done with that obnoxious stuff. And I'll actually be able to, like, brain properly at work again. Maybe. We're not sure. I don't know. Nobody really knows anything for certain, and that's okay. It is show 288. It is the 10th of March. It is the weekend before Daylight Savings Time. I think that's right. So not this weekend, but next weekend. And it's Sunday, which is good because it's the Sunday after St. Patrick's Day, when I will be out at the Cottage Pub doing MC duties and playing 2 music sets, one on Friday and one on Saturday. I think I can even remind myself by looking at the actual notes that were sent to me as to when I'm going to be doing the dang things. Let me see here. It's in here somewhere. I believe that on Friday I will be we got Friday 5 o'clock, and then Saturday I'll be doing an early afternoon set at 2:15. I'll also be filling time, riffing, and generally futzing around in between the musical acts because something has to happen while they're moving people's equipment in and out. I will probably be the least over-equipped person there. I think I may just ask for like a microphone, because it'll be with loudmouth, my resonator ukulele. It is really easy to fill a fairly good space. As a matter of fact, I took loudmouth with me to the wedding, and it rounded around fair with it, and it was very well received. It was a definite conversation starter all over the damn place. And it filled the hall quite well. I learned something about the pub sing that happens at Sherwood, which is that everybody else, pretty much, almost everybody else is amplified. There's like one Boron drummer who isn't, but like everybody else is, and even the Borons, because Matt Traveler's Way, they amplify the Borons and their guitars and all that stuff. So I may take my little tiny super secret agent cool person's microphone packs with me. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see when I actually do the fair. And that would be, Sherwood will be the first 2 weekends in April. So yeah. I'm almost certain I remember what my set list is. This is how good it's been. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm going to do next. So you see, I've basically been operating on not enough caffeine and not enough sleep, and this is not caffeinated, so why not? What the heck? Who knows? Izzy liked my show. Yay! Thank you, Izzy. By the way, Izzy Collier, marvelous human being. Personal endorsement. Be good to her. So, one other thing I may bring with me, because of the dangerous precedent that I set with Kerrville, and also the fact that the fine folks at Volgamut are at Sherwood, is once again this siege weapon. This is the Kuika. It's also known as a Rommel pot, friction drum. Got a little stick that's kind of attached. Stick is attached to the drum head, tied around it, and if you use wet hands, or my personal favorite, pre-moistened towelette. I did that specifically bring this out because these things are available. If you are a person that makes use of wet wipes or baby wipes, and you get like the refills that don't come in a box, these are amazing. Last forever. They work. You can then rub the stick with the wet cloth, and you make it a noise, and the noise goes something like this. Oh my god. Yeah. So at the pub sing, they do a jig, and they've asked various people if you want to do solos, and I was doing my best to keep up with them because it was thankfully just D, A, and D. I said, you want to do a solo? Go, oh, hell no. And I realized, if I bring this out, I could do a Rommel pot solo during the jig and possibly get hurled bodily from the stage. Anyway, so this could make an appearance. Also because the fine folks at Volgamut are there, and Master von Volgamut loves him this Rommel pot. I think it's because it's historical and hysterical at the same time. I think so. So, anyway. Also, you can wipe all the sweat off your face. I'm not actually sweating. It is now almost the right time for us to open up all the vents in the upstairs floor, second floor, and close all the vents on the ground floor, because we're going to run the air conditioning. Cold air drops down. Of course, every time I decide we're going to do that, we then proceed to have a cold day, and we need to run the heater. So we leave the vents downstairs open, and the hot air rises up. It's confusing. I am confused. It has been a week. It's been a long week. Why don't we get back into playing a little more music? And that would be this one right here. The song that I actually wrote at Sherwood. One of the first songs I've written in D that has stayed in D, because it just seemed like the right chord. Yeah. When I was just a lad, 'twas for adventure I did yearn. I went a-questing for the fame and glory I could earn. One night when I was rummaging an abandoned wyvern's hoard, 'twas then that I discovered me a useless magic sword. I got cat flute from my nose. Useless magic sword, it's my useless magic sword. I'm questing for adventure with my useless magic sword. A useless magic sword, it's my useless magic sword. It did not come with instructions, it's my useless magic sword. Ah! The sword, it was not very sharp, nor had a magic glow. I didn't know what it could do, nor where that it could go. So I took me to a scholar, the very best I could afford. He looked at it and said, my son, it's a useless magic sword. Welcome, Cassandra. Useless magic sword, it's my useless magic sword. I'm questing for adventure with my useless magic sword. A useless magic sword, it's my useless magic sword. It did not come with instructions, it's my useless magic sword. Ah! I went to fight a dragon because that's just what heroes do. I thought I'd make my living on the lizards that I slew. Dragon cocked his head up to one side. With laughter he then roared. It's embarrassing to be here with this useless magic sword. It says +0 on the hilt. Useless magic sword, it's my useless magic sword. I'm questing for adventure with my useless magic sword. A useless magic sword, it's my useless magic sword. It did not come with instructions, it's my useless magic sword. I tried so hard to rid me of this stupid metal stick. I tried the classic methods, but they did not do the trick. To stuff the sword into a stone, I mightily did try. The stupid thing bounced off the hill, got me right in the eye. Ow! It's +1 against myself? Useless magic sword, it's my useless magic sword. I'm questing for adventure with my useless magic sword. A useless magic sword, it's my useless magic sword. It did not come with instructions, it's my useless magic sword. Ah! Good morning. I got it for that one. Let's try that again. It's in there somewhere. Here it is. I was feeling mighty desperate, rash action I did take. I got a boat and rode to meet the lady in the lake. I threw it in the water, but she didn't speak a word. She threw it back, she didn't want my useless magic sword. Now on paper, those two lines look like they ought to rhyme. And they don't. And I'm angry about it. Useless magic sword, it's my useless magic sword. I'm questing for adventure with my useless magic sword. A useless magic sword, it's my useless magic sword. It did not come with instructions, it's my useless magic sword. Slow part. This is just the slow part. I'm not actually done. I have to bring that up because when I'm doing a live show, people will often clap during that. And it becomes very confusing because I keep going. The years have passed, I've gotten old, I've never found my fame, and this stupid hunk of metal doesn't even have a name. So I stuffed it straight into the floor, wedged in between the boards. I used it as a coat rack, now my useless magic sword. Oh look, it does have a purpose. I love a happy ending. Don't you? Useless magic sword, it's my useless magic sword. I'm questing for adventure with my useless magic sword. A useless magic sword, it's my useless magic sword. And I use it as a coat rack, now my useless magic sword. Oh. Well, welcome. I am going to massacre this car. La Eriam Dolente? I hope I said that close. You'll have to excuse me. My face was made in Utah, and Japanese is my second language. Ore wa oki baka na gaijin da zo. Totemo wakarimasen deshita yo. So yes! That is the song I wrote at Sherwood. I am working on a few more songs. People will occasionally just give me things and I start playing with it. My friend Shadow of Carpe Diem Comics in McKinney, Texas, was teaching a bunch of young people how to throw a caber. I have to say, it was not a real caber, it was a safety caber. Hey! Well, thank you for joining us. Because I know it is now tomorrow over there. Carla Marie. I see. That works. He was teaching a bunch of young folks how to throw a caber. Now, a caber is this giant tree without any branches. And there are safety considerations, especially when you're putting a bunch of people that are under the legal age of consent for throwing a giant tree branch out into the world. So it was actually, and his phrasing, not mine, the safety caber they built was in fact 6 pool noodles in a trench coat. I'm very serious about this. Hey! Oh my goodness, I have a fan base. I have a fan base in Europe again. My European fan base grows. I love that. Thank you very much. You know, I participate in a lot of Renaissance festivals where we massacre your heritage. I'm terribly sorry. And so, Shadow, when talking about there's a safety briefing you give when you teach people how to throw a caber, which is actually thrown for accuracy and not distance. And one of the phrases in the safety briefing is, "The caber always wins." So I'm working on a song for that. So I'm going to the healing games, absolve me of me sins. But remember this, my darling one, the caber always wins. You see where we're headed here. So like, the caber always wins, oh, the caber always wins. Remember this, me darling one, the caber always wins. We'll see how that comes along. I'm still playing with the music on that as well. Oh, I can't stop this. I can't not write more songs, I've discovered. But they do have to come rushing at me from out of the blue. Rarely am I capable of writing a song that doesn't come from somewhere outside my own head. Useless Magic Sword is one. If you slip up, that's right. I'm trying to work out the phrase, drive you into the ground like a tent peg, into the song, and we'll see how well that goes along, because it's just a mental image that I find very amusing. Because, you know, big, sudden, violent slapstick is one of the rules by which I live my life. Useless Magic Sword is one of the few songs I've written, like, purpose-built written. Where it's like, I was sitting there like, Useless Magic Sword. Ooh, I could write a song about that. And this next one is one I wrote because I got the gig for the Sherwood Forest Celtic Festival, which is a one-weekend show. Friday and Saturday and Sunday. Sometimes Friday, they have some Friday stuff, but mostly Saturday and Sunday. And I needed to have like a sort of Celtic song, sort of Irish song. And I had a phrase come into my head, which I had to work through. And the phrase that came through my head was the original title of this song, called Faye's Lament. This song started out indie, and I realized I was like hurting myself badly while I tried to sing it that way. So I took it down to C. That's right. It was definitely a Nerf caber. It was a fantastic plan. Okay, so this is you figure out what the original title was when we get to the chorus. I'm fairly certain. If you haven't heard it already, if you have heard it already, you probably already know what it is, where we're going. This can be played one of two ways: light and pretty, or in the Irish tradition, drunk, bitter, and resentful. My life was a shambles, I wished I were dead. I decided to live with the fairies instead, so I went to a circle, a place I had known. But when I pled my case, the fairies had flown. They'd all buggered off, left me on my own. My dreams of adventure had all blown away. The problem was quite plain to see. Oh, I couldn't run away with the Fae ran away from me. I went to a mushroom ring out in the field, brought cakes and honey and hoped it would yield a chance to leave my world and live with the Fae. Cakes, honey, and fairies were all gone next day. them bloody chief fairies had all run away. My dreams of adventure had all blown away. The problem was quite plain to see. Oh, I couldn't run away with the fae ran away from me. Why? Well, the queen of the fairies, she heard my lament. In a big cloud of glitter, she popped up and went. We've heard your petition, but have to say nay. Stop begging to get us to haul you away. My dreams of adventure had all blown away. The problem was quite plain to see. Oh, I couldn't run away with the fae ran away from me. I asked where I could not flee into the fae. She said, for ya, boy, oh, you can't go that way. Said, you are a rare one, but we'll tell you true. Immortal life's complex enough without you. No telling what madness you'd get us into. My dreams of adventure had all blown away. The problem was quite plain to see. Oh, I couldn't run away with the fae ran away from me. And then she elaborated further. She said, you know, we've been watching, you're known far and wide. I said, that's a bit on the stalkerish side. You can't live here forever, you can visit, you see. Just remember the caterans BYOP. You are not getting in on a technicality. My dreams of adventure had all blown away. The problem was quite plain to see. Oh, I couldn't run away with the fae ran away from me. One more time, bitter and resentful, with a gratuitous key change. My dreams of adventure had all blown away. The problem was quite plain to see. Oh, I couldn't run away with the fae ran away, the fae ran away, the fae ran away from me. Olay! Pull! So yeah, this was originally called I Couldn't Run Away with the Fae. And we decided to hide, to bury the lead, so to speak, and call it Fae's Lament instead. I will be playing that song during the St. Patrick's Day show. I was playing a lot of this. We play Troubadork, Songs of My People, Geeks, Nerds, and Goofballs. You know who you are. Some of you are watching right now. Oh my goodness. And now, finally, we have come to the moment you've all been waiting for. The last song in today's set. Yes. Thank you, Rob, for bumping my, thank you, Tom Beblin, for bumping my Twitch numbers to 1. I will never be famous, I know. I have been invited to perform at a wedding, which does make me a niche market internet micro-celebrity, which is kind of fun. Although I'm very much now in the enthusiastic amateur portion of our program. But we will do this again. A week from next Friday, because next Friday I will be out at the Cottage Inn, Cottage Pub, at this time. And I will in fact be coming very close to doing my show. I'll actually be starting my set. And playing to, I have no idea who. That's the nice thing about doing music, though, is you do have when you're outdoors, you do have a radius effect. So, you know, maybe there'll be like collateral entertainment. The last song is much easier, much more laid back, and I think it was a good way to wrap it up because, as I said, I couldn't think real hard. So, like, well, you know, how about a song about just absolving oneself of responsibility and deferring responsibility? And that song I dedicate to my friends, Evil Overlord Bubba, and of course, the performance artist who creates art until the enemy capitulates. You know who you are. So, yeah. go. Don't want to run things, but my friend can. They've got charisma, they've got the plan. My body's got the means, and by them I'll stand. When it comes to world domination, I'm their biggest fan. Well, I just can't wait to watch their plans unfurl when I help my friend take over the world. That's right. Oh, yeah. Get down. Get up. Sit up straight. World's a tricky place, so much to solve. My friend will let the challenge quell their resolve. They're gonna need some help to implement their plan, and I'll be quite happy to be their right-hand man, you know. Not second in command. Fourth or fifth. You know, paperwork. Someone's gotta do it. Well, I just can't wait to watch their plans unfurl when I help my friend take over the world. He's ubiquitous. Groovy. Now, they're not evil, don't get me wrong. Their intent's moral, their ethics strong. They're simply gonna guide us to a better land. You'll barely notice they're firm, yeah, gentle hand. Well, I just can't wait to watch my plans unfurl. Wanna help my friend take over the world. Wait a minute. Did I say them or mine? Let's see. Well, I just can't wait to watch my plans unfurl. Wanna help my friend take over the world. I said mine, didn't I? Alright, might as well own it. Well, I just can't wait to watch my plans unfurl when I help my friend take over the world. Whew, and so with all of the enthusiasm and dignity of a 3-month-old golden retriever puppy skidding across the freshly waxed kitchen floor, we run headlong into the expensive china cabinet that is at the end of the Tobias and the Adequate Troubadork non-commute show. Thank you all for hanging out with me again. Without you here, this would be much harder to justify. Spread the word. Tell your friends. Tell your relations. Tell your enemies. It will confuse them. You can find me here just about every Friday, barring force majeure, with occasional riffs during my birthday, Christmas, sometimes the Thanksgiving Day, New Year's Day, because I don't do New Year's Eve because I am now old. Check the beard. It's got gray in it. So as I said, I will be doing the Cottage Pub in San Antonio, Texas, right across the street from the Whitty Museum, if there's anybody watching that knows where that is. And I will be there from about noon until about 7, both Friday and Saturday, doing MC things. Music set for me will be at 5 p.m. on Saturday and 5 p.m. on Friday, 2:15 on Saturday. I will also be fronting and introducing various and sundry marvelous bands. There are going to be many bands out there. RTFM is actually going to be there several times. The River Mountain Rockers, we have them coming on as well. We have the San Antonio Pipes and Drums will be there. As more things. If there's enough quiet time, I may just walk out there and play, because what are they going to do? Fire me? Like I'm getting paid. Exposure. It's all right. It's a gig I don't have to drive 3 hours to, and I feel good about that. For all of your adequacy needs, you can, of course, go to theadequate.com. My Patreon is patreon.com. TheAdequate. Tip jars are paypal.me/theadequate. Venmo @theadequate. And Cash App $theadequate. My branding is strong. Thank you to the people who have tipped me and PayPal'd me and just randomly out of the blue. It is always a startling thing. I am looking at trying to record my Sherwood shows. Anyone out there with any experience in field recording that doesn't involve a lot of equipment, like, one or two, like a digital recorder or two, and has any tips for that sort of thing, I would certainly love to entertain that information. Any money that comes into me through the tip jars of the PayPal goes to making this show more technically sound. I can do nothing about the talent. It's me. Oh, and I think that's... Oh, well, yes, of course, I want to definitely, absolutely, I would be remiss if I did not, in fact, thank my marvelous Patreon patrons, those being Tim K, Jen, Joe, Teppo, Isaac, Stephen, BK, Relly, Brian, Rob, and Lorene for promoting adequacy in our lifetime, and so can you at patreon.com/theadequate. Like I said, any money that comes in from all of that goes to the technical side of things, and we will try and continue to make it all entertaining and happy. So I'm very happy. Yes, victory is ours. My fan base out there grows. This is always a lovely thing to do. So yeah, be good to each other. Be good to yourselves. It's still crazy out there. It's getting crazier here in the United States. Be as kind as possible. Fight fire with marshmallows. Be surreal in the face of anger. It confuses them and causes them to hurt themselves or possibly to evolve into a higher life form. That's my theory. That's what I'm working with. I tried anger and I tried sadness, and neither one of those worked out. But you know what? Being goofy and cheerful sure seems to do all right for me, and it sure seems to tick off the people that want me to be hurt. So, you know. Also, of course, remember, spite is a good reason to continue living if you don't have any others. I don't know how it is a long-term plan, but as a short-term plan, fantastic. All right, that's enough out of me. I'll see you all back online a week from Friday. I will see if I can record my Friday show. I should have a fairly good crowd, 5 o'clock. There's going to be enough people probably pre-gaming all the way through St. Patrick's Day to make it to that point. So maybe I'll set up a camera and record it, and we'll see what happens. I haven't had a live show record for a while. Y'all have been wonderful. I continue to be Tobias the Adequate. And I thank you for encouraging my behavior